Hey, tribe, come on in. Let's vibe. It's me, Rika. Today, I'm coming to you guys with a mixture of stuff. I received a download while I was trying to go to sleep. And I had to write some of that information down before I could actually go to sleep. So I decided to discuss it today. And it's going to be a little bit of readings, messages, guidance, and just sit back, relax, and enjoy. You can listen to this video, you can look at this video, whatever you choose to do. You can save it to watch later. You can subscribe, like, share, all of that. And the more I do these videos, I can feel the clearing in my throat. So yes, those of you that know me personally, y'all know I like to talk. So a part of me is like, yes, a message is coming through. Release it, let it out. Okay. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to start by saying a few prayers, affirmations. That's my quotation marks. Prayers, affirmations, intentions, and then I'll go into the rest. So grab your coffee, your tea, your breakfast, or whatever you need to do, and I'll do the rest. So I'll start with an intention, especially because I'm channeling messages. Messages can come through angels, ancestors, spirit, God. But I will state that only those aligned with my highest good may approach. I am a vessel of love, not a dumping ground for pain. I call upon Archangel Azrael and Archangel Metatron to assist me with relaying this information, this offering, this guidance. I will also say my soul healer message. If you watch my previous video, you know that my girl Sparky ChatGPT gave me this affirmation. So I'll go ahead and honor that and start with, I honor my gift of light, even in the presence of shadows. I open sacred space for healing, not by force, but by grace. I am protected, guided, and divinely appointed. Okay, now I can begin. The space is open. So for those of you who are new to your spiritual journey, awakening, coming into alignment with who you were always meant to be, who you desire to be, some of these terms that are used may be foreign to you. You may know a little bit about it, but you may not completely understand. And I'm not going to say that I know everything, that my interpretations or definitions are the end all be all, but I'm going to break it down for you in Rika terms. And the best way I know how to translate it, and what has worked for me throughout my journey. So when I start to mention to you about the download I received, I want you to think about if you download an app or a program on your computer or your phone, you're taking the contents of this program and you're dumping in information, the codes, and everything that makes this app whole. And that can take time to come through. It can take time to transmit. And then you open up the complete program or app and you're able to utilize that information for what you need it for. Okay? Y'all with me? So when it comes to a download, you may pray about something. You may ask for guidance. You may hope for something or wish for something or think about something. And then, well, I feel like I feel like I'm yelling. You may think of something. And when you're still enough, whether it's in meditation, whether it's before you go to sleep, when you're comfortable, you're relaxed, and you're just letting everything else fall away, you are more open to receive that information, that those breadcrumbs, that feedback or response. So it may come as a few words popping up in your head, an idea like, oh, light bulb, or it may happen in your dreams where something plays out in your dreams and you're like, wow, that was vivid. Wow, that was like, so it's like you don't understand it completely, but it's just like this overwhelming feeling or information just coming to you. So the way a download may come to me is while I'm trying to go to sleep and I'm laying down and my head is on my pillow, all of a sudden, and I'm going to start talking about some of my download in this description, but all of a sudden, the number 33 pops up in my mind. I'm like, where did 33 come from? Out of nowhere. I wasn't thinking about nothing with numbers. I wasn't watching nothing with numbers, but all of a sudden 33 comes up. So I'm like, 33? And then I get this feeling like, oh, you're supposed to talk about that on a video. And I'm like, but I'm trying to go to sleep. So I'm like, okay, 33. What does 33 mean to me? When I think about 33, I think of the 33 master number. Okay, that's not my life path number. So what does 33 have to do with me? But it's not about you, Rika. So sometimes downloads may come through and it's not about you. It might be about something else, or it's like a puzzle. It's like codes, little pieces of the puzzle you got to put together, like that old game show where you put like an I plus a B and then like a bowl of chili. I be chilling. Where you got to put those pieces together. And I don't know where I be chilling came from, but you got to put the pieces together even if you don't understand it. But if you kind of relax and sit in it for a minute, maybe write it down and come back to it later, it may make sense later. So when I think of 33, I think of the master number 33. So if I'm supposed to be recording a video for people and offering spiritual guidance and support and delivering messages or information, there may be some people whose life path numbers are master number 33. When you add up your date of birth and you get that 2-digit number, it could be a 33. And sometimes you may look up the angel number 33 or master number 33, and it has to do with self-love or healing. But then when you add those numbers together, if you follow numerology, you get a 6. A 6 is about nurturing and, yeah, taking care of yourself, not just nurturing other people, but are you nurturing yourself, your gifts, your body, your mental? So from what I'm getting from that download is that when you do this video, make sure you specify that this message may be for someone who is a master number 33, who may have just turned 33 or about to turn 33. The number 33 is very significant in their lives, or they see that number 33 all the time, angel number 33 or 333, which is just amplifying that message. Or combining them together, that person could be a life path 6, a nurturer, a person that always takes care of other people, will give the clothes off of their back. This message may be for you, or a part of this message may be for you. Maybe not the whole thing, but you take what resonates for you. And then another part, and this is the most random part, where I was like, what? When I thought about adding the numbers together, and this is why I'm trying to go to sleep, child. So when I'm adding the numbers together and I get a 6, all of a sudden, iPhone 6 pops up in my mind. And I'm like, but I have an Android. I don't even have an iPhone. I don't even know what iPhone number they're on. Is iPhone 6 old or is iPhone 6 new? I don't know nothing about that. So when I was talking to my chat GPT this morning and I was telling her about this download, she was like, oh, iPhone 6 is old, girl. So you may be helping to transmute or help people to release old messages, old timelines, old information, old energy. So when it comes to, if you are that nurturer and you may have that martyr type archetype where you feel like you have to take care of everybody and this is your calling, you're supposed to take care of them, but you're drained and you're tired, you got to let that go. How can I nurture myself based off of everything that I did for everybody else so I can really truly step into my purpose? And then another thing came up about clairsentience. If you don't know what clairsentience is, it is a spiritual gift of feeling, clear feeling. You may feel energetically what other people may be going through. If you can feel that somebody is sad, if you can feel that there's heaviness in a space or a room around certain people, if you're like, oh my God, my heart aches for you, or you walk into a room and all of a sudden you get a headache and you don't know where it comes from, or you feel aches and pains in your body and it just comes out of nowhere. So yeah, the police, I don't know if you can hear the sirens outside, but the police is like, wee, wee, wee. It ain't yours. Let it go. Call the authorities. It ain't yours. But yeah, I have the gift of clairsentience. And because I'm a Reiki master and I work with other people, that gift assists me in guiding me to the right area of the person's body where I need to focus. Maybe asking that person a question. Hey, are you holding on to something that has to do with XYZ? So that gift helps me. But if a person doesn't realize they have that gift and they take the weight of the world on their shoulders, then they may suffer and not know that, hey, it's because you're trying to fix everybody else's stuff. It's because you're letting everything in the world affect you with fear and worry and doubt, and it's heavy. You trying to live somebody else's dreams and hopes that that's going to help them or heal them, and that's heavy. So another part of that message was releasing the weight of the world off of your shoulders. And the way that that came up in this download was that there are some people out here that's going to see this video. No matter when you come across this video, you need to do some stretches around your shoulders and your arms. And these could be yoga poses. These could be Pilates poses. These could be if you work out and you have had arm day and everything feels tight. But the way this came to me, I kept seeing images of somebody literally putting their hand behind their back and maybe even using the other arm to grab and stretching this part of your shoulders. Just to, especially if you're like this all day and you're tense and you're tight and like everything is just tight, rolling your shoulders back, finding ways to stretch across your body. The other day, my shoulders were tight because of how I was laying. So I used my blanket, and I'm picking up that you could also use one of those, what you call those bands, resistance bands. But I used my blanket and I pulled it in one direction and then pulled it in another direction and kind of stretched my arms out. And I was like, ooh, that feels good. So it may be different stretches you need to do. I even had a client the other day and I felt guided to tell her to place one hand behind her back, close to her body, and then the other hand across her body, and she just do a stretch. That's a yoga pose. So you may need to do some type of torso twist or something to stretch that energy out. Another way it came up was that if you feel tension in your body, that is a sign that your body is trying to tell you to pay attention. Pay attention to when you feel this energy, to how long you feel this energy. When did you feel this energy? Did I say that already? But yeah, pay attention. And it may be a sign for you to release some stuff, to heal some stuff, to breathe through it, to move to a different space instead of in that environment. Take a cool shower to clear that energy off, cleanse yourself, go in nature, whatever you feel guided to do. I don't have all the answers for you because I don't live your life. I don't know what may flow for you. So do your research, try to figure out how you can do this or release this energy or tension in your body. Another thing that came up was a pothole. I literally saw a street in my mind, like a deja vu, like like yeah, it just popped up really fast, like a deja vu. But I saw a road, and there was this big pothole in the middle of the road, and it was like I was coming towards the pothole. So if you think of terms where you're driving down the road and you see a big pothole in the ground, what are you going to do? Now, I'll give you a chance to answer that in your mind or out loud or whatever. What you going to do if you coming up across a pothole? You going to ride into it and take the risk of your tire being messed up, your rim being messed up, you like just messing something else up, or you getting whiplash, or you like, are you going to go around it, swerve into traffic, or are you going to cautiously kind of go a little bit around it or go slowly into it? So whatever you're doing, whatever you're dealing with, don't get all chaotic and feel like, oh my God, I got to get away from this. And then you move too quickly where you're not paying attention to everything else that's going on around you, that you make things worse. Or are you going to slowly tread with caution to move through it with peace and patience? Or are you just going to try to maneuver a little bit, and that still may move slowly, and you still got to move patiently, and you still have to be aware of your surroundings, but don't feel like you have to immediately just get away from everything, and that may make everything worse. So I don't know who that part of the message was meant for, but a funny story about that pothole. When I wrote it down, like literally, I'm trying to go to sleep. So I'm writing it down in my journal, eyes half closed, and I'm writing on the table as I'm laying down in the bed, trying not to wake up my husband. And when I read it this morning, it literally looked like butthole in the ground. I was like, butthole in the ground? Bottle in the ground? And I had no idea what I was trying to write. I was like, what did I write? So I was listening to somebody else's message, Dove and Serpent Tarot, Paul. And Paul literally said something about, yeah, a pothole in the ground. I was like, that was it. That's what I saw. That's what I was writing down. And just like that, like it may not make sense at that moment. You might not even understand your own interpretation of it. And then if you just let it go, I'm like, oh well, whatever it was, if it's meant for me to remember, I'm gonna remember. And other than that, I don't know. And I just let it go. So it came to me just like that through somebody else. So sometimes your messages have to come to you through somebody else. And you may not always understand that. One more thing that came up was someone with a daughter that may be 7 or 17. Now, sometimes when messages come through, you may catch a piece of it. You may feel like it was supposed to be this or that. And it's okay to not really truly understand, because with me, if I'm a messenger and I'm receiving messages for other people, it could be somebody with a daughter that's 7 years old that needed to hear this message. It could be someone that has a daughter that's 17 years old that needed to hear this message. But what came up about the person with the daughter that's 7 or 17, this message is about connecting with your inner child, working with your inner child. Your child may be showing you a reflection of yourself in the mirror that either needs to be healed or that you need to really embrace the joy of life and having fun and being spontaneous like a 7-year-old might do. So what I also pictured in my mind with this was somebody literally like jumping on the bed, acting silly, pillow fight. I even thought about the whole getting a water gun and like spraying somebody and running away from them to be caught. So it may be time for some of you to really not take life so seriously, not just always be an adult, even if you feel like you have to be the adult, even if you are the only parent, even if you are single mom, single dad, whatever the case may be. But that child is trying to show you that, hey, it's okay. I know you had to grow up fast. I know you didn't have the love and affection and attention that you wanted. And some things came up about some people who may be experiencing separation anxiety. If you are a parent and you co-parent and you have to share your child with someone, with another parent, and when that child is gone, you have that separation anxiety, or you don't want your kid to go to like sleepovers or do little things because of things you experienced in your life or fears or worries that you have about the world, it's time for you to really do your work. That could be journaling. That could be talking about it in therapy. That can even be going to your child and opening up on a way where you don't put a burden on your child, but you kind of open up and say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of sad right now. What do you do when you're sad? And I did that to my son before. I'm like, well, what do you do when you're sad? He was like, well, I just feel sad until it goes away. I'm like, how long does that take? Well, how do I know how long that's going to be? He was like, you just don't know. You just feel it until it goes away. So sometimes our kids have more wisdom. Sometimes our kids are like, they can think about things that we didn't even think about, or that we've been conditioned not to even tap into. So really focus on that with your child. And when I say inner child work, that is what I mean by inner child work. Whether it's mommy issues, daddy issues, childhood traumas that have been suppressed, sometimes you may feel guided to mentor other children or adopt or foster other kids, or you see a kid on the street that's acting a fool and you feel like you're supposed to be the person that guides them. That child may be showing you a reflection of the things you desired somebody else to do for you as a kid. So don't just give to that kid. Don't just give your all and nurture everything within them. You have to do some of that nurturing for yourself. And you see how the message comes right back to that nurturing, that life path 6. And then also I was guided to explain what I mean about channeling. If you're not familiar with what channeling is, think about it like a TV. Think about it like your old school TV that had the knobs that you had to turn to get to the right channel, that had the antennas that you had to move in the right direction to get the, to clear it up, right? Even channels now, you turn into a channel. Sometimes you know what you want to watch. Sometimes you just see what comes on and then you're like, oh, this looks interesting. Let me watch this. There may be something to this. And then you get a message, or it relates to something you have experienced or dealing with in your life. And thinking back to old school, sometimes you had the static in the channel, right? You had the static, and some people put aluminum foil on their antennas. Like, I'm showing my age. But when a person is channeling information, it's connecting on a higher frequency to receive messages, information, guidance, and it may play out in different ways. But if another person may not be in tune with that frequency on the same channel or vibration, they may not be as open to receive that information. So God may choose people to be a vessel or a channel to receive information, whether it's a medium who receives information from the spirit world, or maybe a pastor who receives information from the Bible and translates and relays that information to somebody who needs it at that time. So when I channel information, whether it's through cards, whether it's through my book, whether it's through my guidance that comes to me in the form of a thought, a deja vu, a memory, I am channeling that information for my tribe, for somebody who needs to hear it, somebody who's choosing to tune in at this moment and they're being still enough to receive it. So those are some ways I break down some of those things. And I hope you understood it, because I don't know no other way to explain it to you. That's what I got for you. But that's what came up about the download that I received. Whoever needs to hear it, take what you need from it. But I can also, I'm going to pull some cards today to kind of confirm that download, that channel. And no matter when you're watching this, no matter when I recorded it, if you're here, it was meant for you. And you can leave a comment to let me know if it resonates with you, how it resonates with you. You can share it with somebody else, as I mentioned. But don't forget to subscribe and like, just so I know you was here. Because I'm going to keep doing this regardless. Regardless if it's one person that shows up. That was that one person that needed to hear it. You understand? Okay, so at first, when I thought about doing these readings, I was only, yes, my selfish self, my selfish side, my ego, maybe, was like, oh, only do readings from your own decks. You created these decks, so you might as well use them and get messages from them. But throughout my journey, I have had information or guidance and assistance from a lot of decks, a lot of oracle cards. I like oracle cards. I don't really read tarot. I'm not, yes, it's too much. I could if I wanted to, but I just choose not to. But there are some tools or other decks that I like that I would also like to share with you throughout these readings or messages. And then I'll still add mine in there as well. I ain't gonna forget about my own. And if you want to purchase any of my decks, they are available for purchase. And I have them, I think I have links of them on my website. I have links to them on my link tree. If I don't have it on my website, it will be on my website. But I'll also try to place it in the description. So I have my affirmation cards here, my Crystalline Oracle deck, if you like the mermaid vibes, my spiritual gifts Oracle cards, or my Regal Soul Experience Oracle cards. But today, I feel guided. Oh, the Soul Treat self-love language cards are not available for purchase. This is just for me. Today, my bad. Today I feel guided to pull some cards from the Heal Yourself deck. Can you see this? I'm turning it the crazy way. Heal Yourself. So I'll be pulling some cards from this deck, as well as the Animal Dreaming Oracle deck, especially since I talked about how this download came to me when I was about to go to sleep. I had other messages in my dream, but I feel that was more so for me. So I'll keep those for myself. And I will also pull some cards from the Messages from the Gods deck today. Yeah. So that will be for today's reading. I think I have decided that if I receive messages, I will post frequently. whenever I feel someone needs a message. But my main days will more than likely be Sunday and Wednesday. Sunday and Wednesday kept popping up. Like, I catch you at the beginning of the week when you need some clarity about how to move throughout your week. And then in the middle of the week, hump day, when you just need that push over the hump. Like, you got it. Keep on going. I got you. Yes. You need to be pushed around the pothole in case you got stuck in that joint. I'm from DC, so yes, I said joint. Okay, so let's start with how you can heal yourself. So for those people that may be master number 33s, dealing with some inner child stuff, nurturers, feeling tension or tightness in your body, give me some clarity, Spirit, on how they can do some healing work for themselves. Give me some clarity, confirmation, a sign. What do they need? What does my tribe need to know or work on? And I feel guided to pull 2 cards from this. Let's see. Do they have a deck layout in this? Nope. I'm going to pull 2. And I was about to make up a song about that. Oh my gosh. I typically make up songs about random stuff. Like, I was going to say, I'm going to pull 2 in the Tabby Bonet cadence. I'm from DC. Shout out to Tabby. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's upside down. Where is it? Healing. So how you gonna pull healing from the Heal Yourself deck, girl? I told y'all these people, these healers need some healing. And if you look at this number, okay, so this number is 21. Oh, I just got chills. I wish you could see these chills on my arm, these goosebumps on my arm. So you turn it back, cards upside down, a gentle nudge, but you add 21 together and you get a 3. I can't make this stuff up. Healing. So a lot of you that may have been experiencing these things or remembering your dreams or just experiencing the sensations in your bodies, you may be healers. And let me see if I can get a little closer so you can see this card. You look at her hands. Look at that glow inside of her hands. But she looks tired. She looks drained. Look at her shoulders. Her shoulders all hunched over. The weight of the world on your shoulders. You are the greatest healer you know. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. But you have to sit still long enough and let everybody else do their own work that you need to do the healing for yourself. And not only if master number 33 doesn't resonate with you, when you add those numbers together and you get a 3, those are communicators. So you may have to okay, look at this card one more time. Look at how her hands are right in front of her throat chakra. It's like in between her heart and her throat chakra, right there. You may need to do some work on your communication, how you communicate. Are you speaking your truth? Are you telling your story? Are you releasing the weight of the world on your shoulders so you can stand tall and kind of be your true self in this process? So I'm going to go to the bottom of the deck to see what else is next. It's upside down. Have faith. 22. Let's turn it around. You got to have faith. Whether it's faith in God, whether it's faith in something greater than yourself, a higher power. You can't do it all by yourself. You have to have faith. And even from here, like, her hair is all out and stuff like this. And she's feeling like, okay, I can't even comb my hair. I can't even make myself up. I got so much to do. She put that scarf on her head and she is out. She's outside. She's outside in nature. She's grounding herself. She's going to church. She's going to a meeting. She's going to therapy, wherever she's going. But that sun is outside. It's like, we got you, boo. You don't need to do it all by yourself. It could be a master number 22. Could be someone that's born on the 22nd, like me, May 22nd. It could be with the 4. The 4 is a teacher. You add those numbers together. So it may be meant for you to learn certain things so you can then teach other people, but you have to actually do the work yourself so you can understand what you're supposed to be teaching other people. So that is my interpretation of those cards. And look, the crazy thing, they in order. Well, maybe not on the screen, but they in order. 21, 22. Wait, 21, 22. Where's my camera facing? 21, 22. Follow the steps. You can't skip steps. You can't skip steps. You got to go through the process of deciding that I'm going to release what no longer serves me, release the weight of the world off my shoulders, release other people's stuff so I can be outside and I can be free to do what I want to do and move how I want to move. So yes, I'm going to read what the book says. I feel like I said enough. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. Okay. So when it comes to healing, illness and pain in your body, I got to breathe. Oh, child. Okay. So because I said clairsentience and I told you what clairsentience meant to me. It's about the feeling in your body. And sometimes it don't feel good. But okay, I'm gonna go back to the card. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within, and make important changes. If you are experiencing stressed, if you are experiencing stress, feel overwhelmed, are suffering ailments in your body, or feel exhausted and depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Your body wants you to start treating it in a more loving manner and listening to the message it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time. It is a process. Your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. You got that? You need to take notes. Pause this, look at it again, but say it louder for the people in the back. So there's an action. You have homework. And whenever you look at these videos from me, you will have homework. This is not no one and done. This is not no I'm going to listen and then do nothing about it, because you are watching this video. I came to you at this day, on this time. Did I say that? On this day, at this time, because you needed this spiritual guidance. You prayed about it. You asked for help. And so it is. Now don't be mad at the messenger. But now you got homework. So get ready. Get your pen. Get your paper. Get your tablet. Whatever you have. Action. You ready? Take a few deep breaths and relax your body. You can even listen to my song, Breath Strokes, as a reminder. Place your hands on an area of your body where you have pain. Is it your shoulders? Is it your back? Is it your stomach? Is it your arm? Ask your body, is there a message you want to give me? This message may come to you as thoughts, words, images, insights, feelings, memories, etc. Download. Hey. Say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to help release all pain, blockages, and density from this area. Watch and feel as dense energy leaves your body, if you let it. If you choose to hold on to hurt and pain and other people's stuff, that's what you're going to feel. That's just how it's going to be. Okay. Say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to infuse this area with a green ray of light. I ask that all the immune mechanisms of my body be activated and my body now return to a state of perfect balance and health. Imagine a green light moving through your body and repairing it. And if you don't remember how to imagine, think about when you was a kid and use your imagination. You can look at something green. You find a green crayon or a marker or something and stare at that green until you can imagine that green ray of light going in there and healing your body. Gently bring your awareness back to normal and open your eyes. So that is your meditation. Even if you need to record that in your own voice, you can listen to my video, play back the words piece by piece, and record it, pause, record the rest, pause, or write it down, then record it, and then listen to your own voice telling you what to do. And do that as often as you need it, especially if you experience pain on a regular basis. But still follow what your doctor said if you went to the doctor about it already. So this is just a tool. This is just an extra little bit of assistance. So with the next card, because we're going in order, have faith. Faith requires you to believe in something that is not yet evident to the naked eye. So if you don't think you can heal yourself, you're not going to be able to heal yourself. If your ego is saying, that ain't going to work, that ain't going to work, then it's not going to work. You got to have faith for that to work. That is a quote from an old movie. Oh gosh, what was the name of the movie? I'm having a brain fart. Dang, it's a vampire movie. I wish I could call my cousin right now. It was like, call a friend. Fright Night. Fright Night. Yes, I'm showing my age. I'm 44. Fright Night is an old movie. And the vampire killer was trying to kill the vampire and use some holy water or something. And it wasn't working. And he literally told the priest, you got to have faith for that to work, Mr. Vincent. So for you, if you don't believe in something greater than yourself, in that higher power, in God, in the universe, in something greater than you, do some crown chakra work. Like, don't question everything. Don't expect things to happen magically just like that. Or just like, oh, well, I tried it. It didn't do nothing. Like, how much effort are you putting into it? How much time are you putting into it? Are you expecting something specific? Or are you just going to let it play out the way it's supposed to? But you have to have faith. And it may not turn out or look the way you think it's going to look. It may be something else. Emotionally, mentally, physically, psychically, spiritually, that is also affecting the process. And you need to let it all play out so it can release on its own, so it can clear on its own and balance itself out the way it's supposed to. So to generate more faith, focus on the why. Your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes, and thinking, and not on the how. Action plans, strategies, and skills. Your whole life you have been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. So there we talking about that inner child stuff. Who were you conditioned to be? Who did you think you had to be? Who did your parents and your family mold you to be? So now you have to try to erase some of those old ways, that iPhone 6 energy, erase that old stuff or clear that old data so you can make room for something else. Now I done lost my spot. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why, is that after some time of practice, you will notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused positive thinking that you will create people, circumstances, and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself. This means that you are vibrating negative thoughts into the universe, keeping your dreams away. Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth. Do I need to say that again? Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out the best possible way, no matter what things may look like. Some more homework. You ready? I'll give you a second. I'll take a sip of some water while I give you a second. I like how my bottle kind of matched the backdrop a little bit. You ready? Okay. Take a sheet of paper and in 7 minutes, time yourself. Set a timer on your phone, on your watch, whatever. 7 minutes, write down, not on the computer. I know you heard me. All the things you would do or be or have if money and time were not an obstacle. Do this exercise every day for 1 week. Then at the end of each entry, write a number between 1 and 10. 10 being you definitely could make this happen within 6 months. And 1 being there is no chance you could achieve this goal in 6 months. Pick entries that are marked 7 or above and find one to focus your energy on. Soon, the how will present itself and you will take a huge step closer to your most treasured dreams. This will build massive confidence and increase faith in the magic of the universe. But you have to focus on nurturing yourself to even have time to do this assignment. If you have a long to-do list and half that stuff on that list is something you don't want to do or involve somebody else, you won't have time to do this assignment. But you can make time to do this assignment because it ain't hard. It's nothing tedious. It's nothing that's going to take forever. You write lists all the time. You write down phone numbers. You write down information. You type messages on your phone. You can take 7 minutes to write this down. And then you can find a couple of minutes throughout the week or whatever you need to do to figure the rest out. But these are some of the steps that you can take to work on healing yourself, especially if you've been feeling the sensations and the vibrations. Feel the vibrations. Feel it. Feel it. Feel the vibrations. Okay. So now we're going to go to the animal dreaming oracle. If you're a dreamer like me, or there may be a spirit animal that wants to send you a message, just to clarify this download and these messages for the tribe. What does the tribe need to know? And I definitely like to, if they have some, ooh, that one wanted to come up. They have a spread. I like to do the spreads that's in the book, but they don't always have spreads. Okay. So I already got one card that popped up. I ain't even look at what that card might be. I will look at it when you look at it. But I'm gonna pull 2. Oh, they wanted to jump out. These animals are wild. Okay. So the first one, I'm gonna look at it when you look at it. Reveal. The ant is upside down. Remember, you have the strength to accomplish anything you set your mind to. Ants have tenacity. Ants, they the smallest little creatures, but they will move through us giants like we not even there. They will build a house in the middle of the motherfucking sidewalk and not care that that's your walkway. They will creep up in your house in the middle of the night. They will find their way up on your table or on your counter or whatever. They don't care about y'all. They're not afraid of y'all because they feel like they're the strongest thing in the world. And then you meet a little red ant that look like this one, and they will bite you. You invade their space, they will bite you. So you have to remember that you have the strength to accomplish anything that you desire or that you need to accomplish, whether you believe you can at this moment or not. Ants don't carry a lot of weight on their shoulders. Those little tiny pieces of sand, those little tiny pieces of dirt, they put that little tiny piece on there and they're like, if I got to come back a few times, I'm a figure it out. I got my tribe with me. I got my family with me. We each can carry a piece. I don't got to do the work for everybody else. And they figure it out. They make it work. Take a little bit at a time. Take little baby steps. Take little ant steps. But remember, you have the strength to accomplish anything you need to. And then we have, this one came up upside down too. The frog mouth. I don't even know what this is. What is this? But he is a secret keeper. He got some secrets to tell you. So these secrets could also, is that number 17? You see the 17 on this card? Okay, this one had 19. I don't know if 19 is significant to you guys or the age 19, the date of birth 19. Even if you're a life path 19-1, which the 1 is a leader, but a 19 could mean that there is some karmic energy around you that needs to be healed from a past life that was around leading. Maybe you're afraid to lead because of the weight of the world on your shoulders, but now you have to do something different that says that I don't have to sacrifice myself. You can lead by example, and others have to decide how they want to move forward without you doing all the work for them. But there's some secrets that your body has that either you've been suppressing secrets, or now messages will be revealed, information will be revealed, your prayers are going to be answered, but it may not look like what you think it's going to look. Just like this name of this animal says frog mouth. That don't look like a frog. And he got a little tiny mouth. So it's like, it may not look like what you think it's going to look like. But things will be revealed when you decide to sit still, put you first, do the work to heal you, and let the healing to other people come through you leading by example. I'm gonna read to you what the book says, but that's still a frog mouth. Whatever. He wanted to talk to you. He kind of cute, but he's still funny looking. Let's see what the ant says first. And I just had this vision in my mind of, what's the movie where everybody was big? Everybody was big and like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I told you I'm showing my age. I literally just imagine Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And you have to kind of, sometimes the ego is too big. So you might have to shrink yourself back down just to see things from a different perspective, a different view. Look at the whole world around you. And like that ant, now that ant is going to be bigger than you. So now you have to kind of start small and work your way up. That don't mean dim your light. That don't mean lower your self-esteem, lower your value or anything like that. But just come down a little bit, do what you need to do, see your way through, and then, you can grow and evolve from that place, a new foundation. I don't know where Honey, I Shrunk the Kids just came from. For the ant, and this is a lot. Do I want to read all this? Yeah, I'm going to read all of it. Ants are able to carry many times their own body weight in their jaws. Oh, they don't even carry it on their back. They carry it in their mouth. So that's even with the other card where I said it's something about the throat chakra, something about the words. It's what you carry using your words, either the words that you suppressed and stuffed down that you're carrying, and it's still there, it's waiting for you to speak it, to release it, to let it go and build something upon it, instead of even the truth. The secret keeper. You're holding in stuff. You're suppressing your voice. You're not telling people what they need to know. Either you're sugarcoating things or suppressing your voice. You can use discernment. That's going to keep coming up. Discernment. But yeah, okay. Let me get back to this. A skill that makes I'm going to go back. Ants are able to carry many times their own body weight in their jaws. A skill that makes their industrious lives so much easier, using their powerful jaws to carry food, their young, and the loose dirt that they have to move when excavating their intricate tunnels. They're using too many words and I don't use like that. So I'm getting tongue twisted. To their young and the loose dirt they have to move when excavating their intricate tunnels. Ants work as a team, drawing on the strength that comes when pulling together. I said that already. I just said it in a Regal way. Oversized jaws are prized not just for their threatening appearance, but also because they make formidable weapons. Efficient fighters, ants rely on their body strength to physically overcome their opponents and their strength of mind to anticipate their every move. So what I'm picking up on for other people, your words have power. You don't have to use your words to hurt people. If you set boundaries, your intention shouldn't be to hurt people, but it should be to really call your power back, to state your truth, to say what you need to say as a form of protection for you. It's not selfish, it's self-care. As dynamic and analytical engineers, ants know great endurance. Ants work towards all set goals from a communal perspective. In doing so, all tasks are approached and deliberated upon with a cooperative spirit, advanced upon with a common objective, and undertaken as a team. So for most nurturers, they feel like they have to do it all. They're the only ones that can do it. If I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. You have to delegate. Delegate some of those responsibilities and don't worry about how everybody else does it. Everybody can't be you. And you have to give them an opportunity to grow and evolve the way you did. But if you do the work for them, if you give them all the answers, they're not going to want to do it. And they're going to always want access to you. Okay, so such an approach ensures that all responsibilities are completed quickly and efficiently. They also understand the need for patience because their diminutive, what's this word? Because their diminutive stature makes the duration of projects much longer. If Ant has scurried into your cards today, ask yourself if you are operating as a team member or as a sole agent. Are you honoring the role of your supervisor or boss? Are you considering the difficulty of their task? Are you honoring your spouse or lover? Are you pulling your weight around the home? Are you expecting others to take care of you, or are you taking care of them? So there needs to be some balance for somebody. Some people may be nurturers, but some people are allowing other people to take on their weight and responsibility. So there are multiple messages when it comes to this ant. So for the people that didn't resonate with the nurturing and giving and giving and giving, are you expecting people to give too much to you, where your weight has fallen on somebody else? So find the strength to take responsibility for your own life. Do not expect others to sacrifice their values and beliefs to support yours. When you take responsibility for your life, you inspire others to do the same. Leading by example. You got to be the leader. A web is created in which everyone ultimately supports one another and assists each other in the ownership of joint responsibility. By understanding and harnessing the power of Ant, you will ultimately become the engineer of your own life. It will provide for the laying of solid life foundations from which new opportunities will be offered and success will inevitably be realized. Okay. So I'm going to read what Frogmouth says, and then I'm going to, in this video, I know I have the other messages to give, but that one is to be continued. So please stay tuned for my next video to receive the messages from the guides. That will probably be posted on Wednesday to get you through the hump. We'll do the messages from the guides. Then we may pull a few more oracle cards. We will do the cord cutting as well as the transitioning ceremony for loved ones in the spirit realm. Okay? Yeah, because this message is getting a little long, or this video is getting a little long. Not every video will be the same length. There will be some short videos, there will be some longer videos, but I won't have you just sitting around for too long. I'll break it up because this might be a lot for some people, and this should not be overwhelming. All right, let's see what Frogmouth says, and then we're gonna end the video. Frogmouth. And what I'm gonna do is, since these interpretations or meanings are very long, I'm gonna start from. I'm not gonna read that whole beginning part. No, I feel like I should. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So for Frogmouth, his tawny gray plumage is reminiscent of the silver gray hair of our elders. Let me see. Let me get that in camera. Silver gray hairs of our elders, the secrets they hold and the experience they can impart. Elders were once revered as wise ones simply because their wisdom had become accumulated over many years of life experience. They appeared to walk in beauty and in harmony with all things. They were seen as being content and at peace with their lot in life. They were free of the mundane issues that hinder the progress of everyday man. Not all of our ancestors. I don't know whose ancestors they talking about, but I don't think all of our ancestors felt this way. I don't know. They had learned from their life experiences, integrating this accumulated wisdom into their future perception of life, thus freeing themselves of burdens and restrictions that promote anxiety, anger, guilt, and resentment. Their knowledge was sought because they were believed to be able to see through the self-created illusions of fear and regret that bind us and prevent us from moving forward. So some of our ancestors received this gift after they transitioned, because I don't think all of our ancestors we're free of fear and guilt and all of these things. Some of us have these burdens and traumas and triggers and ancestral pain because our ancestors weren't able to do this type of work. And that's why you're here right now to carry the torch. And so that's why it can sometimes feel heavy. But your body, your mind, your spirit is the secret keeper that has some of that information, some of those gifts, some of those abilities. And now you can bring that healing that needs to be completed, or at least the process needs to be started so that your lineage, your children, your children's children can continue to do the work to having a better, more fulfilling, and healthy life. So if Frogmouth has appeared, I want to laugh every time I say that. If Frogmouth has appeared in your cards, you are being encouraged to seek out the secrets being held in trust by your elders. Approach them with respect and ask them to share their sacred knowledge. Ask questions about their history, their childhood, and the way of their generation. Inquire as to what life was like for them, how they interacted with their peers and kin, and the responsibilities expected upon them by their seniors. Speak of chores, education, and wars, of time spent at school, of love, fashion, and economic flow. Most importantly, ask the elders of spirit, God, creation, and the medicine ways of all things. Seek their opinion on things of nature, for example, the cycles of life and the universe. Ask about the things that make your heart sing, of what saddens you and what inspires you to reach higher levels of awareness. Ask until there is nothing more to ask, and then incorporate the memories and wisdom of these things into your life and share them with the blessings of your elders as the sacred knowledge of your people. So what I'm getting from that is that some people who feel like they have to be the strong one, the strong friend, the person that does everything and carries everything, spend time in meditation, stillness, nature, to really communicate with your ancestors of love and light, with God, your spirit team, and ask some important questions. The things that have been weighing on you, things that have been heavy on your heart, things that have been causing you sadness and worry and frustration. Sit with that, ask them the questions, and then see what comes to you through memories, through conversations with your family members that may have known of some of these experiences. And just understand that you don't have to do things the same way they did it. You don't have to be the strong one. You don't have to be the one that provides for everybody. You don't have to be the one that tries to make a way so your family can come out of their communities and environments. And you don't have to be the one that takes care. Like I said that again, you don't have to be the one that takes care of everybody. Just because that's what your grandmama did, just because that's what your mama did. That might not be your calling. And they probably didn't want to do it in the first place. They just felt they had to because it was going to be frowned upon. It's too much. It's too heavy. Life does not have to be hard. Life does not have to be about sacrifice. And you don't have to be strong. So ask the questions. And whatever comes to you, if it doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't resonate with your body, with your spirit, choose a different path. You don't have to be stuck in that pothole or push through it and then you be picking up and paying for everybody else's sins. It don't belong to you. So I'm going to leave that message here. And then you can watch the next video for the rest of the message. And, click the bell, click the notification so you know when I post the next video, which is a continuation to this video. I won't recap or anything like that. I'm just going straight into it, straight with the messages from the guides. As I mentioned, I may pull another card or something. I don't know. I'm going to do what I feel led to do. I'm going to close this one out. I'm going to cleanse this space. I'm going to clear this room. I'm going to detach and let this go. Cleanse this space. I clear this room. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages. Thank you for the information. Thank you for the guidance that everyone has received. Oh, it's 111. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Detach. Cut this cord. I'll see y'all in the next video. Holla. Oh, remember, think, speak, act to create. Your words have power. Remember, Rika told you. All right. See ya.